Hi guys, in today's video I want to make a video talking about my workout split. I currently work out 4 times a week. I do try and include a 5th day for like cardio, but it's usually 4 days of weightlifting and then one day for cardio, but it's mostly just those 4 days of lifting. A quick little disclaimer before we go into the video. I'm going to start off by saying I will not be sharing any before and after photos of me. I still think I have a really long way to go. I definitely show a couple photos on my Instagram sometimes. Link in the description if you want to follow me on Instagram. But I will not be showing any photos of my body because I don't want to be promoting what you should be looking like. I don't want to trigger anybody, so the only thing that's going to be shown is videos of me working out, but there's going to be no before and after photos or just any photos in general. So the way I structure my workouts is I kind of follow the pull push leg split, but in a little bit different way. It's the push pull legs is kind of popular with the 6-day split, and as much as I would love to work out 6 times a week, it's just not physically possible for me. So instead, the first week, I will do maybe 2 push days, 1 pull day and 1 leg day. And then the following week, it'll be 2 leg days, 1 pull, 1 push. And then the third week, it'll be 2 pulls, 1 push, and 1 leg. This is just how I like to structure my workouts. It obviously takes a little bit more planning, but that just works really, really, really well for me. And I know in the fitness industry, it is a good thing to hit your muscle groups twice a week. This is just what's sustainable for me and what's worked. I'm not a big fan of full upper body splits, just not my thing, so that's why I don't do them. So in terms of what's been working for me versus what haven't, some exercises I didn't do in the start. For example, I did not do any form of bench press. I was not a big fan of them, but now I finally am doing them. I've actually progressed a little bit. I actually hit a PR the other day because I had someone to help me just in case, because that's really important for bench press PRs. And I still don't do barbell squats. I did them in the start because I was convinced I had to do them. I don't know what's wrong with my hip mobility or something, and I just hate doing squats. It feels uncomfortable. But I am starting to slowly introduce them to like very low weight body weight squats with a kettlebell. So a quick thing before we jump into the video, I really wanted to say that if you're a new beginner, I don't think this workout is very suited for you. I think it gives a really realistic way of what I like to do in the gym. But if I can give one important tip, is that you should really prioritize your form over weight, especially in the beginning. You definitely tend to prioritize it in the start when you're doing a more complex exercise. You're generally going to do less weight, but with any exercise really, you should be doing less weight unless we're talking about a compound move, which by the way, a compound move is where you are training more than one muscle. For example, the squat, like you train your glutes, like your quads, etc. It's not just quads like you would do on like the leg extension, for example, or like a bicep curl where you're only training the biceps in comparison to like a pull-up where you're training more muscles. So in that case, you can do more typically because you have more muscles helping you. You also don't have to lift super heavy on like bicep curls. It's such a small muscle, it doesn't take much. Like it should still be challenging enough for you to be able to lift the weight, but you don't have to go super hard on that. Like maybe focus that on your compound lifts. And no matter where you are on your fitness journey, you should always take your compound moves first, because if you do all your isolation exercises first, you're gonna get tired out. And by the way, isolation exercises is what I said, you train one muscle, like bicep curl, leg extensions, etc., calf raises, all that good stuff. So I'm just gonna run straight into my first day, which is pull day. On pull days, I do back and biceps and shoulders. I'm not a big fan of doing shoulders on my pull days. I just don't think it works for me. Oh no, she wants to leave. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know why she loves me, but she does. But what I was meant to say is I like to do my shoulders on my pull days so I can really prioritize my push muscles like my chest and my triceps. So lately with my pull day, I have been starting out by practicing on my pull-up form. I cannot do a pull-up for the life of me. I either do it with a band or I will like try and pull myself up as much as humanly possible. I sadly don't have a pull-up thing at my gym. like a pull-up machine, which I really miss one of those because they're really helpful. But I usually just use a band, and to be honest, you look a little bit cooler when you're using a band. I don't really have much tip for that. You should just generally be training other muscle groups while you're learning to do a pull-up. That's just really gonna help your progress. And then I do dumbbell shoulder press. This is my favorite exercise of all time. I tried doing barbell ones and they're good too, but they are very difficult to do and they're very difficult to progress in, so that's why I haven't been doing them. And they also just kind of hurt my back, so that's why I don't do them. Then I do some lateral raises, usually standing. I use single arm because that's just better for me. And then I'll do a back movement like a seated cable row, or I will be doing a dumbbell row, depends on the day. I feel really strong in that exercise. And then I do single arm lat pull downs sitting down. I used to also try and do lat pull downs, like just standard ones, and I never feel like they really hit my lats. They do, but then I can't go as heavy as I want to, and I just really get like a better stretch in my lats when I do this exercise. I also do bicep curls, which I also love doing. Then we on to my push day, chest and triceps. I used to not like my chest day. I used to hate it because I hate being weak, and I'm really weak on my bench press. I'm still weak on my bench press, but yeah. I will either start off with bench press, or I will be doing the chest press machine. Just really depends on what's available that time of day. So yeah, I will do both moves, just depends on what's available. I will do either one of those first, but I do bench press first if it's available. But then after that, I will be doing my chest press. I really want to find out how to do like those where you go in like this with your chest, but I have not found a good way to do it yet. So I actually do a floor press. You just like take 2 dumbbells and you're on the floor and you press. Like that usually hits my chest really well. And then I do some triceps, cable extensions, and that's really it for my routine. Sometimes I do like the behind the heads with one arm. So I recently found out that it's a good idea to have a quad focus day and a hamstring focus day for your leg day, and also include some calves. You should always have a little bit of calf exercises, even if it's just one. But for my leg days, I will start off with sumo deadlifts, and then I will go into a hip thrust. I usually do those two. Not always a deadlift, but I almost always try and do my hip thrust because I love hip thrusts so much. It's such a great move and I feel so strong. You're so strong at hip thrust, it's freaking amazing. I love it. And now the next exercise depends on if it's a hamstring or a quad day. If it's hamstrings, I will typically do RDLs, and if it's a quad day, I will work on my squat form and leg extensions, and I'll always be doing calf raises no matter what. But yeah, that's really it. I also want to include in this video that failing is so okay. Of course, you should not be putting on too much weight that you don't think you can lift, but it's totally normal to not understand how the exercise work and not understand why you can't feel that certain muscle. And some exercises you just gotta ignore because they're not worth your time and you don't enjoy them. And maybe one day you'll try and do them and you'll be like, oh, that's how it works. Or you can just ask someone in the gym to help you out and you're gonna be like, oh, that's how it works. And then you can decide for yourself, do I want to do this exercise? Again, me with squats, probably never gonna happen. I can do the bar and be okay, but I also feel like I just look so dumb when I squat. I don't know what it is. I just don't like doing it. But anyways, guys, I really hope you enjoyed that video. And if you did, please go leave a big thumbs up button down below and subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. And comment down below if you subscribed so I know you subscribed. And I'll see you all guys in the next video. Bye!